Welcome into the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham, and it is the weekend, and I said, you know what? A lot of news, hype going to be building up for the Super Bowl over the next couple of days. And I said, it's Saturday. The Senior Bowl just took place. I'm going to crank out a quick mock draft. I haven't done a Chiefs mock draft yet for the 2023 draft. I know we're focused on the Super Bowl, but pre-Super Bowl edition mock draft coming at you 1.0 here on the channel. But hey, we got the eye on the prize here. So who you got? Type KC for the Chiefs, PHI for the Philadelphia Eagles. Who wins Super Bowl 57 and takes home the Lombardi? KC for the Chiefs, PHI for the Eagles. Let's jump into this mock. No trades today. First mock on the channel for this season. Pick number 30. This is based on betting odds for the Super Bowl. Eagles are a 1-point favorite, so they would be the 31st pick. Dolphins have to forfeit their picks. Only 31 first-round picks this year. Broderick Jones, Georgia offensive tackle. Listen, that right tackle spot for Kansas City, I still think is up for grabs. Is Andrew Wiley a long-term piece? Is Lucas Niang the answer? I think at the 30th pick, it's good value. Draft Broderick Jones, put him at right tackle. He can start right away. Round 2, pick number 62. It is Cedric Tillman, the wide receiver out of Tennessee. I think the second and third round is the sweet spot for receivers in this NFL draft. There's a couple of guys I would take in the first round, Quentin Johnston, Jordan Addison, maybe Jackson Smith and Jigba. Cedric Tillman, though, isn't far off from those guys, and he might be available late second, early third. Back in 2021, these are the numbers he put up: 64 catches, 1,081 yards, and 12 touchdowns, 17 yards per. He's 6'3". He's got that size. He can go up and get it. Now, this year had some injuries, only played in 6 games, had 37 grabs for 417 and 3 touchdowns, but the talent is there. The production has been there. I think in the second or third round, Cedric Tillman could be a nice piece. Plus, he gives you that bigger body guy that the Chiefs have lacked at times in the Patrick Mahomes era. They got MVS now, but he's not really a big physical guy. He's more of a burner. Cedric Tillman has enough speed, and he can go up and get it as well. Now, subscribe and join us. I'm going to be live from the Super Bowl next week. We'll be back in our Dallas studios for the game itself, but a few of us are going to Radio Row for Super Bowl 57. I'll be there. Our Eagles host, Chase Sr., will be there. A couple of our producers. So join us. We're kind of planning out what type of content we want to do out there. So lots of probably extra videos, some YouTube shorts, all kinds of stuff. We'll have close-up access to the Chiefs from time to time as well. I cannot wait. So subscribe. Turn on your notifications. We will be live probably a couple times here on the channel throughout the Super Bowl, and tons of videos here on the show. So don't miss any of it. All right, round 3, pick number 94, Will McDonald, the edge rusher out of Iowa State. Now, for those of you who watch a lot of college football, Big 12 football, I know we have a lot of Kansas State fans that watch the Chiefs Report. Will McDonald out of Iowa State. He's a good player, man. Very productive in college. Had a good Senior Bowl week. 34 career sacks at Iowa State, which is a Big 12 record, by the way. 40.5 tackles for loss, 125 tackles, 10 forced fumbles, and 7 pass breakups. Gets his hand on some passes as well. Like I said, had a strong Senior Bowl this week. I think in the third round, it's good value. He might even creep into round 2 after the week he just had. If he has a strong combine, keep an eye on Will McDonald the 4th. Round 4, pick number 122. It is Trey Dean, the third safety out of Florida. I think he's played some nickel and corner in college as well. I like his size, 6'3", 210 pounds. He can really tackle well in space. Good enough coverage skill. Needs to get better. He's more of a zone cover guy. But in the 4th round, I think he'll have value on special teams. I like the size. We'll see what happens with Juan Thornhill, who's a free agent. Obviously, Brian Cook is someone who's emerged. But maybe Brian Cook becomes a full-time starter next year, and Trey Dean is kind of that third safety a year from now. Now, today's show is sponsored by Athletic Greens. And listen, if you're looking to start your day with just a little extra burst of energy, feel good about yourself, AG1 from Athletic Greens is the place to go. Get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com/chatsports. I recently started taking AG1 by Athletic Greens every single day, and I've never felt more energetic. Football season could be a grind. It could be a drain. We're about to work long hours during Super Bowl week. AG1 is going to help me have that extra push next week, as it has for the past several weeks as well. Now with the morning scoop of AG1, I'm back in my normal routine. Not only is AG1 helping me get back into good habits, I'm already seeing better digestion as well. Improving my gut health is something that I've needed to do, and now that's happening with the simple scoop every single day. Covering my nutritional basis for the day literally couldn't be easier, which is why I trust Athletic Greens. I just mix one small scoop of AG1 with water and drink it first thing each morning. It is that easy. Boom, done. I also like that it costs less than $3 per day. Pretty good deal if you ask me. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality sourced ingredients. It's a win-win. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. So go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That is athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Check it out. Link in the comments and in the description. It'll promote your gut health, support your immunity, boost your energy. You will be good to go, and you'll be feeling better about yourself as well. athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Go check it out. Link is in the description and in the comments of today's video. Zach Pickens, round 4 pick number 133, the defensive tackle out of South Carolina. Yes, that is Zach with 2 C's, not a typo there. He had a pretty good Senior Bowl week as well. I think he can be a rotation defensive tackle in the NFL. I know a lot of you will like this pick, Deuce Vaughn, the Kansas State running back, 5th round, number 167 overall. To be frank, I have no idea where he's going to go in the draft. I could see him sneaking into the 3rd or 4th round. Maybe he falls to the 6th because of his lack of size, but he is productive as hell. He is tough as hell for his size. He can be a kicker, a punt returner also. I mean, he truly is like Darren Sproles, ironically, who also went to Kansas State. I mean, look at his career production for the Wildcats in 3 seasons. 3,600 rushing yards, over 1,200 receiving yards, 43 total touchdowns. Deuce Vaughn is the truth. And listen, I'm kind of done with the Clyde Edwards-Helaire experiment. And, you know, maybe Jarrett McKinnon's back, maybe he's not. Pacheco's your lead back. Deuce Vaughn, your change of pace guy. That could be a really, really fun backfield in Kansas City. Now, should the Chiefs draft Deuce Vaughn? What do you guys think? Type Y for yes or type N for no? I'd love to see it. He can run routes out of the backfield. He's a fun player. And we know the Chiefs like to have a rotation of backs. So let me know Y for yes or N for no. Next up is Shaka Hayward, the linebacker out of Duke. Really good production. Good coverage skills here as well. I think he could be a developmental linebacker. Willie Gay Jr. will be on the last year of his rookie contract next year. They'll have to make a decision on him. If he's someone they let go, maybe Hayward's a starter down the line. Nathaniel Tank Dell, the receiver out of Houston. Now listen, these mock draft simulators are a bit all over the place. He's had a really strong weeks at the Senior Bowl. He did have a strong week, so based on that, he's probably going to go more like 4th round. But there's a lot of pre-draft process to go. He is undersized, and people slide all the time. So I got him here in the 6th. I don't think that's super likely, but you never know. Had a really good senior season for Houston. Over 100 catches, 1,400 yards, 17 touchdowns. I mean, the guy's production was unbelievable. And he's a classic Chiefs guy, right? Undersized that just gets open, yards after the catch. Great Senior Bowl week. Seems like a fun, coachable young kid as well. I'm excited to see where he ends up. And, hey, maybe he ends up in Kansas City. Could be a McCole Hardman replacement if he leaves in free agency. All right, Te'Wan Mullen, the corner out of Indiana. Good production. I wanted to get a corner at some point in this draft. The Chiefs hit on 3 rookie corners last year. Get another one here. Get a guy who can play special teams, maybe rotate in there. How about this pick? Max Duggan in the 7th round, TCU quarterback, my alma mater. Chad Henne's going to retire eventually. And if he does, could you draft a quarterback? I don't think you just hand Shane Buechele the backup QB job. I think a guy like Max Duggan, a guy like Stetson Bennett, someone like that on day 3 to compete for your backup quarterback job is a good thing. I think you should always be getting quarterbacks either as UDFAs or late in these drafts, see if you can develop them. Max Duggan won a lot of games, has a lot of experience in college football, mobile, strong arm, a guy that could be a long-term backup, at least compete with Buechele. I don't hate the option. Ben Sims, the Baylor tight end, good blocker, decent enough pass catcher. It's the 7th round, so there's really no bad picks. And then you got defensive tackle Justin Abogi out of Alabama. Listen, it's a Bama guy in round 7, right? Like, I'll take a chance here. Good size, not super productive in college, more of a rotation guy, but a lot of talent he's going up against. So maybe you get him into an NFL training camp and he starts to reach that potential. So there you go. Grade today's Chiefs mock draft: A, B, C, D, or F. Drop a letter down below. And if you're like, Harrison, I can't remember them all, well, that's what we're here for. We'll recap it for you. Then you can drop a letter grade. Broderick Jones, number 30 overall, offensive tackle out of Georgia. I still think you have questions at right tackle long term. He could fill that void. Cedric Tillman, wide receiver out of Tennessee in the second round. Juju might leave in free agency. He could be a replacement. Will McDonald, the Iowa State edge rusher in the third round. Florida safety Trey Dean in the fourth round. South Carolina defensive tackle Zach Pickens in the fourth round as well. Deuce Vaughn, fun player, Kansas State running back Kansas State running back there in the fifth round. Duke linebacker Shaka Hayward in the sixth. Tank Dell in the sixth as well, fun gadget receiver. And then Tywan Mullen, the Indiana corner, in the sixth. And then TCU quarterback Max Duggan, Baylor tight end Ben Sims, and Alabama D tackle Justin Ebogi there in the seventh round. Remember, there are no bad picks in round 7. So drop a letter grade, A, B, C, D, or F. And if you want more mock drafts, subscribe to the channel. We won't have any draft coverage till after the Super Bowl, I can promise you that. But we will definitely do more of this as we get into the offseason. Coverage from here on out, focusing on that big game, Super Bowl 57. So buckle up, tune in, subscribe, turn on your noties. We're going to have you covered live from Arizona for Super Bowl 57.